Hi everyone, I'm still Unwin. It's currently Sunday the 19th of June 2016 and welcome to week 23 of my weight loss journey. In last week's video we saw that I lost 0.5 kilograms, which is the equivalent of 1.1 pound, and my body mass index went from 64.6 down to 64.5. For the past week, I have been continuing to use the MyFitnessPal app to count my calories, and I'm getting along okay with it. It's relatively easy enough to use. So let's see how I've got on with my calories over the past week, which you can see in the graph above. There are 3 days where I've gone over my allowance, which is 3,010 calories per day. I've got no excuse for the Sunday and Monday result, but for Saturday, well, Saturday is my treat day, so I would expect it to be a lot higher. I've got a bit of a dilemma now. Back in my week 21 video, someone kindly left me a comment to double check my calorie intake, and based on the feedback that I was given, I've decided to do a little bit more research into my daily allowance of calories, because as you know, it's something I've never done before. So I've been searching the net to see what other sites say regards to daily intake allowance, and it's quite interesting to see the big variations between what the websites say. So we've got, for instance, the National Health Service or the NHS. They're suggesting I should have between 1,900 calories to 2,000 calories per day, and again that's for a 2 pound weight loss. Or you've got another website which I went on to called the CalorieKing.com, and they're suggesting the same as the National Health Service for a 2 pound weight loss. And then there's another website called Authority Nutrition, and they suggest I should have something between 2,650 to 3,530. Then I've got my app saying I've got to have 3,010. So what to do? What to do? Who should I listen to? Should I continue using the calorie defined by the app, which I've started to use? Or should I look towards the other results which have been stated on the internet and based out of those results, take an average of those and work within that? I don't know. If I was to take an average between the results from the internet sites and the app which I'm using, it would mean for my daily calories I would have to have somewhere between 2,150 to 2,660 calories per day, and that's taking the min to max calorie allowance for, I presume, the 2 pound loss, or 0.9 kilogram loss. I'm not sure. I'm going to continue sticking with the app for the time being at 3,010 calories, see how that goes. Okay, let's move on to the amount of exercise that I've done this week. Well, as I mentioned in last week's video, I had a very busy week. I had a lot of audits and training I had to conduct. This meant I was walking about all over work. So therefore, my daily average step count can be seen in the graph above. This means my average for this week has been 2,253, which is surprisingly only up a little bit compared to the previous result, which was at 2,029. I honestly thought I did more walking, but obviously not. Okay, so it's time for this week's weigh-in. Fingers crossed. Here we go. I weigh 220.6 kilograms, which is the equivalent of 486.3 pounds, or 34 stone, 10.3 pounds in my money. What does this mean? I hear you ask. It means I've neither lost nor gained. I've stayed the same. Because I've obviously not lost anything and I've not gained anything, my body mass index remains at 64.5, and obviously I've not progressed in terms of my target. So I'm still 78.4% complete on reaching my first weight loss target. So in the 23 weeks that I've been doing this, I've lost 54.9 pounds, which is the equivalent of 24.9 kilograms, or 3 stone, 12.9 pounds. Next week, well, it's much of the same of this week, really. I've got, again, a lot more auditing, a lot more training I have to conduct, so I'm still going to be out and about walking around work. Regards to the calories, I'm going to stick with the Calorie app counting at 3,010 calories, but I am interested to hear your thoughts on the matter. Should I stick with the calorie intake suggestion from the app, or should I take an average and work with the average for the future based on the internet data that I told you earlier on in the video? Or should I go towards the lower end of the spectrum, which is suggested by 2 out of the 3 sites that I've used as research? Let me know your thoughts. Well, that's it, guys. That's it for another week's video. If you would like to continue, hopefully seeing less of me, but you're seeing exactly the same of me as last week, technically, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. I don't want you to miss out on any future videos that I have to post. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you all again next Sunday.